Hi everybody, it's Brad from seekfitlife.com. Thanks for joining me once again. I want to talk about my journey from being in hospital to now being a fitness model competitor, which is now getting ready for the world titles and the national titles, where I'll be competing on the world stage as a fitness model competitor. As of 3 weeks ago, I won my first fitness competition, came first in 2 different divisions. And then only 4 days ago, I was on stage at the Arnold Classics doing the Arnold Model Search. And you'll see that on your screen, where I was in my Muay Thai outfit, and you saw me ripped as hell, showing off on live TV at the Arnold Classics for the Arnold Model Search. But I want to take this moment to share with you a little bit of my backstory, because it wasn't always perfect sailing for me. I had a really rough time when I was growing up and in my teenage years, in my early 20s, with anything to do with fitness and health. I was somebody that I was sick all the time. In fact, when I was a teenager, I wasn't sick as a teenager, but I was raised in a house where my parents didn't appreciate healthy living and healthy lifestyles. My dad smoked since he was 12 years old. I grew up in a house where my dad smoked all the time, and we didn't cook any food. We had takeaway all the time. We had cans of Coke, right? So it was like 24 cans of Coke every day. Not every day, but 24 cans of Coke would last about a week. But I was drinking Coke every day with my father. And dinner was like, what was dinner? Vegemite, cheese Vegemite sandwiches. That was my dinner. And so we rarely ever cooked in the house. We used to go out for takeaway. And so on top of that, I had a very sugar addicted lifestyle. I used to have lollies all the time. I would take my pocket money, my $5 or my $10 that I'd earn every week, which is nothing now, and I'd go straight to the convenience store and I'd buy big brown bags of lollies and I'd eat them all. And so I had black teeth. And so even at a young age, I lost all my baby teeth at a very young age. They all went black because I had a bad lifestyle. I had a bad sugar addiction as a kid. I didn't have diabetes, but I could have had diabetes had I not stopped that. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But I was around nobody in my family that was athletic. My parents were not in the sport. I was playing soccer when I was in school, in primary school, and I played cricket as well. But after I finished primary school, I didn't play any sports, and so I started to put on more weight. I was skinny as a kid, and I started to put on more weight, and then I started to become more skinny fat, and then I went to uni, and then I got fat, and I kind of went into the corporate world, and then I started to become more unhealthy. And then I got really sick, and then my sugar addiction got worse. In fact, it was when I was doing all my flight training as a pilot, it got really bad actually. I was eating donuts pretty much every day, like every day for dinner. I'd go to the supermarket late at night and I would buy 6 packs of donuts. And I can never forget this because they were like 97 cents reduced, sometimes $1, depending on who was rounding the prices. And so usually 97 cents, sometimes even reduced again down to 48 cents. For 6 donuts, I thought that was a really good bargain. As a student, it was an even bigger bargain. So I used to buy these donuts at about 10, 11 o'clock at night because that was when they were discounted. And then I'd eat them all because I just wanted them and I couldn't get enough of them. And I love donuts and I had a massive addiction to donuts. And then on top of that, I'd have party mix lollies, and I can never forget this. They were always the Coles brand, and they were like the family size pack, and I'd eat them every day without fail. And then my girlfriend at the time, she'd also pick at them as well, but I was always the hardcore one. I'd always eat all of them. I'd have chocolate bars after chocolate bars. Lindt chocolate was my favorite, but even then I was not selective. After a while, especially as a student, you go with the cheap chocolate. And I was having chocolate bars after chocolate bars. And so this went on for months, for years. And I put on a lot of weight, and my body fat percentage was like over 21, 22%, something along those lines. But more than that, I was unhealthy. I was not fit, I was out of shape, I was unhealthy, and I was moody all the time. I was so moody that I took it out on my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. She's now my ex-girlfriend. And that's one of the reasons why she is an ex, is because I had wild mood swings all the time. I'd snap at the smallest thing, and it was because my blood sugar levels were always up and down. And I was crashing and on massive sugar highs all the time. And so that was the reason why I was so moody. Not that I have, female genitalia, but I was just moody all the time from massive sugar rushes and that kind of thing. And so we ended up breaking down, and then I was in and out of hospital all the time. I spent I think I went to hospital like 6, 7, or maybe 8 times in about a 12-month period. I spent a lot of time in and out of hospital because of, sharp pains that were just instantaneously, like I'd be in the kitchen and all of a sudden, I'd be debilitated with pain shooting through my body. And I was rushed to hospital so many times because of that. I had so many tests done, blood tests, white blood cell tests, everything, and they found nothing. And eventually the doctors said that it was why I was feeling sick was because of my lifestyle. I told them what I ate. He shook his head. He goes, if you keep doing this, your longevity will be in question. I was like, I'm getting goosebumps now. I was like, fuck. I'm in my early 20s where I should be in my prime in terms of my energy and my zest for life and my health and my fitness levels. I should be in my prime and I'm not. I'm in fucking hospital in an isolation chamber. I was actually put into an isolation ward in the hospital where the doctors were coming in because I was coughing so badly at this time. And I was coughing, and they thought I had maybe whooping cough or pneumonia or all these different things I never fucking heard of in my life. And I was scared. And, my ex-girlfriend came in a fucking suit. The doctors were coming in like space suits to come and see me, to have a chat to me, bringing in all these machines, all these tests on me. This was a regular occurrence in my life, in and out of hospital all the time. And so, it was bad. I was tired. I was miserable. I was not happy. I was emotionally unhappy, and I was physically not well. I was out of shape. I was not fit. And at that point, I tried many different programs. Like I tried over the years going to seminars, reading books, trying programs, I was a vegan for a while because I thought being a vegan meant that I could have that ultimate body. So if I have raw vegan cheesecakes, then I'll throw these up on your screen. Like I love raw food and that hasn't changed, but I turned to being vegan because I thought that was the answer to the problem, the thing with my physique being out of shape and not having the health that I wanted. So I had like all these raw vegan cheesecakes, raw quiche, and all these great foods that tasted nice, but I was still not healthy. I didn't feel right, and I was still out of shape, and I was not happy with my physique. I then became a vegetarian for a while. I then became a pescatarian for a while, so you only eat fish. That's right. So I was all these different things. I tried things such as food combining strategies. I was on a fruitarian diet, so I was only eating fruit for like the first half of the day. I'll wake up and have fruit until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'd go back to normal food, complex carbohydrates, but then it was only fruit in the morning. I tried juicing cleanses. I tried fasting regimens. I tried intermittent fasting. I tried all these different programs to try and lose weight and get in shape and be happy and be healthy. And nothing seemed to work. And I wasn't happy and I was miserable. And I went to seminar after seminar. I spent thousands of dollars going to seminars, looking to people that were experts to try and learn from them. I went to celebrity dieting programs. Ryan Reynolds actually was a guy who really inspired me. His physique was one that I really wanted myself. And I'll throw this photo up on your screen. I shit you not, this is the exact photo that I looked up to. And I was like, I just want a physique like that. Because at that time, my physique looked like that. I'll show it up on your screen now. I looked like that and I wanted a physique like Ryan Reynolds. I did all my research around Ryan Reynolds, that for Blade Trinity, that movie, he got shredded, and he was on a meal plan and a training plan to get to that physique. So I researched that meal plan and training plan, and then I went out of my way to buy all the ingredients that was on his meal plan. And get this, you're gonna think this is fucking crazy, but on his meal plan, I can never forget that he would have Albacan steel cut oats. I think it's called Albacan as a brand. No, Albacan tuna. It's a brand we don't have here in Australia, but Albacan tuna. I remember going online and looking for Albacan tuna because I wanted that exact brand, because, you know, as Tony Robbins talks about, you know, if you want to be successful, you have to replicate everything about that person. If you want that physique, you have to replicate everything that they're doing to achieve the same result. And I was like, well, I need to buy the exact brand of tuna. Otherwise, I'm not going to get that exact physique that Ryan has. So I went out and got this McCann's steel cut oats. So I actually, because we don't have McCann's, the brand in Australia, I actually went online, had it imported from Ireland. I had steel cut oats imported from overseas because I wanted the exact brand match. And I can't believe I did that at the time. But I was absolutely committed that if I was going to pull this off, I was going to do it accurately. And so I started, you know, following his plan, word for word. And then after about 4 months, I was really pissed off because I got nowhere near his physique. I was still out of shape. I was still miserable. I was like, this is bullshit. This plan doesn't work. Someone's made this up and called it the Ryan Reynolds meal plan. So these are the kinds of things I was doing. And then even before like YouTube, I used to read bodybuilding magazines, fitness magazines. I spent hundreds of dollars on magazines to learn the workout of the month. Like seriously, I would spend $12 on a magazine just so I could learn the workout of the month, because I thought that the workout of the month meant that you could have ultra shredded abs. And I was like, $12 for ultra shredded abs, that's 100% worth it. And I justified my pocket money, which at that time in high school was about $20. Most of my pocket money went to computer magazines, fitness magazines, and the like. And so I was going through these magazines looking for answers, not realizing that a lot of fitness models in these magazines are actually on steroids, and that their programs are bullshit, because unless you're taking steroids, you're not going to get anywhere near the same physique as they have. And those workouts are not nearly going to be as effective because you're not taking steroids. But as a teenager, you don't fucking know that. You just look at these guys as idols and you want that physique. I grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, you know, these guys were idols to me, you know. So they were the kinds of things that I was doing. I had blotchy skin. I didn't have confidence to take my shirt off at the beach. My skin was itchy all the time. I had blotches all over my skin. Like, it was crazy. Like, now I don't. But I was scratching and picking. Like, my ex-girlfriend would always say, stop picking, and she'd always pull my hand away. And I was scratching. I'm like, no, it's itchy. And I like pick at my skin. I felt like something was crawling under my skin. I wasn't taking drugs. Don't think that for 1 second. I was not taking drugs. Nothing, and I wasn't taking drugs. I wasn't drinking alcohol. I was just bad lifestyle, bad diet, picking at my skin, itchy all the time, in tears, upset. I'm like, this is fucked. I just want to get healthy. I want to get fit. I was miserable. So yeah, what can I say? That just emotionally hit me just then. So my message is very straightforward. I had to share this story with you because it will give you a greater appreciation for who I am as a teacher, as a mentor, as somebody that may inspire you on your own journey to lose weight, to lose fat, to build muscle, to have that body you want. That, you know, when you come to me with any issues you have, know that I've been there. I've done that. I've had that experience. I know what it's like to be out of shape, miserable, moody, to not have people around you that support you, that, you know, you may not be raised in a family conducive of good health and fitness, that you may have used the excuse of, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to clean, right? I've been there. I know almost every possible scenario, program, juicing cleanse, regimened, magazine, workout, you name it, because I've been there and I've tried it and I've experimented with it. So please send me a message, reach out to me. You can go to, and I'll flash it up on your screen if you're interested. I have other content out there. I also have a comp prep series, like a reality TV series, where for 4 months there was filming of my exact journey of getting ready for the stage for my first ever fitness model competition. So I'll flash it up on your screen, go and check that out. You can stream that and you can watch exactly what I do with my nutrition, my training and my mindset. Any setbacks that I had, my back injury, being stuck in Thailand with floods where 38 people died, and how I managed that process. And ultimately, that whole journey was about me, being where I was in that level at that point in my life with my physique to winning trophies. So go and check out that series, it's pretty cool. So thanks so much for listening to my story, and don't worry, if you failed, it's not the end. I'm here to help you. Reach out to me and I'm more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. If you failed in some program in the past, don't worry, because I've been there myself. Reach out to me, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you very shortly.